Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapt Kanchan Gorangi Radhe Vrindaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chev Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Tato Jayamudire. बोलो श्री राधे गोलोकानंद भगवान की जय। श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna, everyone.
हरे कृष्णा। जय हरे कृष्णा निशा।
Hare Krishna.
ओ मयूर हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna.
Right, so we are going to start. Yesterday we started reading 11th adhyay, and we were reading shlok 23rd, and in those shloks, once Narad Muni tells the three birds of Jay and Vijay, right? As Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksh, Ravan and Kumbhakaran, and Sishupalan, Dhanvantri, right? So once he tells that, then Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking, as a religious principle, how people should look, how this varnashram is distributed, and what are the characteristics of different varnashrams, right? And that's what Narad Muni is explaining right now. So, yesterday we read that says that being always devoted to the demigods, the spiritual master, and the Supreme Lord, Vishnu, endeavoring for advancement in religious principles, economic development, and sense gratification, dharma, arth, kam, believing in the words of the spiritual master and scripture, and always endeavoring with expertise in earning money, these are the symptoms of the Vaishya. Yeah. So we saw the symptoms of a Brahmin, symptoms of a Kshatriya, symptoms of a Vaishya, right? The business community. And let's start from Shlok 24. Anilji?
Yeah. Shudrasya sannati shaucham seva swamina mayaya amantra yagyo hyastayam satyam gopi prarakshanam. Offering obeisances to the higher section of society, the Brahmins, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas, being always very clean, being free from duplicity, serving one's master, performing sacrifices without uttering mantras, not stealing, always speaking the truth, and giving all protection to the cows and Brahmins. These are the symptoms of the Shudra. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Ajay?
Sridam cha pati devanam takshushushnukulata tadhandu shvanu vitishya nityam tava vrata dharanam. To render service to the husband, to be always favorably disposed towards the husband, to be equally well disposed towards the husband's relatives and friends, and to follow the vows of the husband. These are the four principles to be followed by women described as chaste. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Nisha?
सम्मार्जनोपलेपाभ्यां गृहमण्डनवर्तनेह स्वयं च मण्डिता नित्यं परिमृष्टपरिच्छदा कामे रुच्चावचेह साध्वी प्रश्रयेण दमेन च वाक्यैः सत्यैः प्रियः प्रेम्णा काले काले भजेत् पतिम्. A chaste woman must dress nicely and decorate herself with golden ornaments for the pleasure of her husband. Always wearing clean and attractive garments, she should sweep and clean the household with water and other liquid so that the entire house is always pure and clean. She should collect the household paraphernalia and keep the house always aromatic and with incense and flowers, and must be ready to execute the desires of her husband. Being modest and truthful, controlling her senses, and speaking in sweet words, a chaste woman should engage in the service of her husband with love according to time and circumstances. Hare Krishna.
Mayur?
संतुष्ट लो लो दक्षा धर्मज्ञ प्रिय सत्यवाक् अप्रमत्ता शुचि स्निग्धा पंति तव पतितं bhajet. A chaste woman should not be greedy, but satisfied in all circumstances. She must be an expert in handling household affairs and should be fully conversant with religious principles. She should speak pleasingly and truthfully and should be very careful and always clean and pure. Thus, a chaste woman should engage with affection in the service of a husband who is not fallen. Hare Krishna.
या पतिं हरिभावेन भजेत श्रीरिव तत्परा हरियात्मना हरिर्लोके patya श्रीरिर्मोदते. The woman who engages in the service of her husband, following strictly in the footsteps of the goddess of fortune, surely returns home back to Godhead with her devotee husband and lives very happily in the Vaikuntha planets. Yes. Yeah, so this is how Narad Muni is describing duties of various religious principles. Hare Krishna, Raji. रीना जी पढ़ेंगे.
जी भैया. Give me a second. Vritti, I can see. I need my glasses.
Sure,
One
yeah, I
minute.
can next time. तब तक देख लो. अनिल जी.
जी ये संकर जाति नाम कुलकृता भवेत् अचोराणाम पापा नामन्त्य जानतेव साइनाम. Among the mixed classes known as Shankar, those who are not thieves are known as Anti-Vasi or Khandals, dog eaters, and they also have their hereditary customs. Hare Krishna.
Ajay.
प्रायः स्वभाव विहितो नृणाम धर्मो युगे युगे वेद दृग्भिः स्मृतो राजन प्रेत्य चेह च शर्मकृत. My dear king, Brahmanas well conversant in Vedic knowledge have given their verdict that in every age, yuga, the conduct of different section of people according to their material modes of nature is auspicious both in this life and after death. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so because it says that based on the different sections of people doing different things, they are associated with different modes of material nature. And if they are doing the duties in both auspicious ways, yeah, is always good, is what is mentioned. Nisha.
वृत्त्या स्वभावकृतया वर्तमानः स्वकर्मकृत् हित्वा स्वभावजं कर्म शनैर्निर्गुणतामियात्. If one acts in his profession according to his position in the modes of nature and gradually gives up these activities, he attains the Nishkam stage. Hare Krishna.
Rinari, oh, Chino.
Hare Krishna, uncle. Long time no see.
Hare Krishna. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Cool. Yeah. You read?
Okay. Upyanam moho shodram svayam nirviryatam iyat na kalpate puna sutyay uptam bijam cha nashate evam kama sayam chitam kamanam ati sevaya virajita yatha rajan agnivat kam bindu. If an agricultural field is cultivated again and again, the power of its production decreases, and whatever seeds are sown there are lost. Just as drops of ghee on a fire never extinguish the fire, but a flood of ghee will. Similarly, overindulgence in lusty desires mitigates such desires entirely. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I just have a question about that verse. Sorry. I'm kind of curious. So, I mean, it's kind of saying that like too many desires extinguishes the desire, but
Yeah.
so sort of what I know is that like if you have a desire, the more you get it, the more you want it. So I was kind of confused by
So,
what.
yeah. The background, Chinu, here is the background is that Narad Muni is describing that what are duties of different types of people with different modes of material nature. And what it's, so the previous slokas have been saying that also like if somebody who is like, you know how we describe a Shudra, Vaishya, Brahman and like that, right? People are associated with different modes of material nature. And so what he's saying is like, even if someone is like really, really sinful, at some point, he will be exhausted of that, like, and he will feel that he shouldn't do any more sins, is what is being mentioned here. Does that make sense to you?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm sort of used to like materials and being like, you once you get sucked into it, you kind of get trapped in it. And, like,
exactly. Like it's enough, right? You don't want to do it anymore. And when you get the desire, like you don't want to do it anymore, then you have opportunity to get purified. Right?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Read the purport here. If one continuously sprinkles drop of ghee on a fire, the fire will not be extinguished, right? Drop of ghee the fire will keep going on. But if you just put a whole lump of ghee on a fire, the fire may possibly be extinguished entirely. Similarly, those who are too sinful and have thus been born in the lower classes, yeah, and lower classes, it says it's born here, but you don't, someone doesn't have to be born to be in the lower class. Like we have been reading the characteristics of different types of people in different classes. And those are not just by birth, but by karmas.
Yeah, by karma, yeah.
So what it says is have thus been born in lower classes are allowed to enjoy sinful activities fully. For thus, like God gives everything to whatever who wants. And thus there is a chance that these activities will become detestful to them and they will get the opportunity to be purified.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks so much for explaining that.
Yeah, sure, no worries. Yeah. Yashya lakshanam proktam punso varnabhivyajyakam yandanyatrapi drishyeta tatte neva vinidishet. If one shows the symptoms of being a Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya or Shudra as described above, even if he has appeared in a different class, he should be accepted according to those symptoms of classification. Yeah. So what it says is even if somebody is not born, but shows the lakshanam, yal lakshanam proktam, right? Then he should be accepted as such. So if someone behaves like a Brahman, right, reading Vedas and doing austerities and all that, then he should be accepted as a Brahman. Somebody is doing business and acting like a Vaishya, should be accepted as a Vaishya is what is mentioned here, right? So let's just read this purport, Mayur.
Herein it is clearly stated by Narad Muni that one should not be accepted as Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya or Shudra according to birth. For although this is going on now, it is not accepted by the Shastras. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 4.13, Chatur Varnyam Maya Shratam Shrashtam Guna Karma Vibhyagasse. Thus, the four divisions of society, Brahma, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra, are to be ascertained according to qualities and activities. If one is born in a Brahman family and has acquired the Brahminical qualifications, he is to be accepted as a Brahman. Otherwise, he should be considered a Brahma Bandhu. Similarly, if a Shudra acquires the qualities of a Brahman, although he was born in a Shudra family, he is not a Shudra because he has developed the qualities of a Brahman. He should be accepted as a Brahman. The Krishna consciousness movement is meant to develop these Brahmanical qualities. Regardless of the community in which one was born, if one develops the qualities of a Brahman, he should be accepted as a Brahman and then may be offered the order of sannyas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So basically, what is clearly being mentioned is it's not by birth, right? It's by karma. Like, and you definitely see it in the ISKCON, like where, depending on how much one has progressed as a devotee, right? At the level of devotee, which can be measured. So it can actually be quantitatively measured as well, right? And that's when somebody can do the arti, or not anyone can go near the deities, right? If you go to the temple in the deities, you will see like somebody is doing the arti. So it doesn't have to be born as a Brahmin, but he has become a Vaishnava by developing those qualities, by doing those kind of austerities and japas and mantras and everything. Yeah, that's what is the devotional service is what is mentioned here. So, Hare Krishna, Tarun.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Unless one is qualified in terms of the Brahminical symptoms, one cannot take sannyasa. In designating a person a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Sudra, birth is not the essential symptom. This understanding is very important. Herein, Narad Muni distinctly says that one may be accepted according to the caste of his birth if he has the corresponding qualifications, but otherwise he should not. One who has attained the qualifications of a Brahmana, regardless of where he was born, should be accepted as a Brahman. Similarly, if one has developed the qualities of a Shudra or a Chandala, regardless where he was born, he should be accepted in terms of those symptoms. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. So I think that's what is clearly mentioned here. Ya lakshanam proktam punso varna bhive jakam. Yeah. So depending on the lakshanam, symptoms, one should be classified, and then based on that qualification, the characteristics are described, and based on that, somebody can do the sannyas, somebody can do some kind of duties and kartavya, those things are described here by Narad Muni to Yudhishthira Maharaj. Yeah. And thus ends the Bhakti Vedanta purpose of the 7th canto 11th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Perfect Society for Social Classes. Yeah. Lord Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. So we'll continue reading the next chapter, which is about again the perfect society, because the question was asked by Yudhishthira Maharaj to Narad Muni, like, hey, what a perfect society looks like, what is the combination, right? And that's what Narad Muni is describing right now. So this chapter talks about the 4 spiritual classes. So we'll continue reading. Hare Krishna Prem.
Hare Krishna. Shri Narad Uvacha Brahmachari Gurukule Vasandanto Guruhitam Achar Nadas Vanicho Guru Sadid Sahard. Narad Muni said, a student should practice completely controlling his senses. He should be submissive and should have an attitude of firm friendship for his spiritual master. With a great vow, the brahmachari should live at the Gurukul only for the benefit of the Guru. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So how a brahmachari should be is what is being described now. Who is a brahmachari and how should he live is what is being talked about. Yeah. Anilji.
Ayam prat rupasit gurvagna kar gurvanyar surottaman sandhye uvecha yad vag japan brahma samahita At both junctions of day and night, namely in the early morning and in the evening, he should be fully absorbed in thoughts of his spiritual master, fire, the sun god, and Lord Vishnu. And by chanting the Gayatri mantra, he should worship them. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Ajay?
छंदास्य धीयत गुरोराहु तश्वेत सुयंत्रितः उपक्रमे अवसाने च शरणो शिरसा नमेत. Being called by the spiritual master, the student should study the Vedic mantras regularly. Every day before beginning his studies, at the end of his studies, the disciple should respectfully offer obeisances unto the spiritual master. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sachin.
Hare Krishna. Mekhala Jinavasansi Jata Danda Kamandaluna Vibru Ya Dupa Vitam Cha Darbha Paniryam Toditam. Carrying pure kusha grass in his hand, the brahmachari should dress regularly with a belt of straw and with deerskin garments. He should wear matted hair, carry a rod and water pot, and be decorated with a sacred thread as recommended in the Shastras. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So this is how a brahmachari is described, right? Nisha?
सायं प्रातश्चरे चरेदधेक्षं पूर्वे तन्निवेदयेत् भुज्जित यद्यनुगातो नो चेदुपवसेत क्वचित्. The brahmachari should go out morning and evening to collect alms, and he should offer all that he collects to the spiritual master. He should eat only if ordered to take food by spiritual master. Otherwise, if the spiritual master does not give this order, he may sometimes have to fast. Hare Krishna.
Mayur?
सुशीलो मितभुग्धस्य श्रद्धे धानो जितेन्द्रिय यावर्थ व्यवहर्ते स्त्रीषु स्त्रीनिर्जितेषु च. A brahmachari should be quite well behaved and gentle and should not eat or collect more than necessary. He must always be active and expert, fully believing in the instructions of the spiritual master and the Shastra. Fully controlling his senses, he should associate only as much as necessary with women or those controlled by women. Hare Krishna.
Varjayat Pramada-gatam Agrihasto Vrata Indriyane Pramatini Hanante Ape Yatar Mana. A brahmachari, or one who has not accepted the grihast ashram, must rigidly avoid talking with women or about women, for the senses are so powerful that they may agitate even the mind of a sannyasi, a member of the renounced order of life. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, the Indriya are so powerful that it can influence sannyasis as well. Is mentioned. Tarun? Tarun?
Kesha prasadano namarda na sthana prabhajanandikam Guru Stri bhi yurbhavat tithibhi karyenatma no yuva. If the wife of the spiritual master is young, a young brahmachari should not allow her to care for his hair, massage his body with oil, or bathe him with affection like a mother. Hare Krishna.
The sharing has stopped.
Oh, okay. I can see it now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Prem.
Anjana Janyo Namard Swat Valekha Mish Madhu Sargandha Lepan Lan Karmas Tejur Ye Brahad Vata. Brahmacharis or grihas who have taken the vow of celibacy as described above should not indulge in the following: applying powder or ointment to the eyes, massaging the head with oil, massaging the body with the hands, seeing a woman or painting a woman's picture, eating meat, drinking wine, decorating the body with flower garlands, smearing scented ointments on the body, or decorating the body with ornaments. These they should give up. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, if somebody is declared as a brahmachari, those are the characteristics which are being described. Sachin?
उषित्वैवं गुरुकुले द्विजो अधीत्या व बुद्ध्य च त्रयीं साङ्गोपनिषदं यावदर्थं यथाबलं दत्त्वा वरमुनज्ञातो गुरोः कामं यदीश्वरः गृहं वनं वा प्रविशेत् प्रवचेस्तत्र वा वसेत्. According to the rules and regulations mentioned above, one who is twice born, namely a Brahmana and Brahmana, Kshatriya or Vaishya, should reside in the Gurukul under the care of the spiritual master. There he should study and learn all the Vedic literatures along with their supplements and the Upanishads, according to his ability and power to study. If possible, the student or disciple should reward the spiritual master with remuneration the spiritual master requests. And then, following the master's order, the disciple should leave and accept one of the other ashramas, namely Grihastha ashram, Vanaprastha ashram, Sannyasa ashram, as he desires. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so there are different types of ashrams, means like different types of timings, right? So somebody is brahmachari, so he's living in a brahmachari ashram. Then grihastha ashram we know, right? Then Vanaprastha ashram. Later in the life, right? Vanaprastha ashram is described, and then of course the sannyas ashram, as we understand. Right? Agno Guravatmani che Sarvabhuteshwar Dhokshajam Bhuteha Swadhamabhihi Pashyeda Pravishtam Pravishtavat. One should realize that in the fire, in the spiritual master, in one's self, and in all living entities, in all circumstances and conditions, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, has simultaneously entered and not entered. He is situated externally and internally as the full controller of everything, right? So within us, we have a soul, and then we also have a super soul, like, which is related to Lord Vishnu. Anilji?
एवं विदो ब्रह्मचारी वानप्रस्थो यतिर्ग्रही तरण्यविदित विज्ञानः परं ब्रह्मादिगच्छति. By practicing in this way, whether one be in the brahmachari ashram, grahastha ashram, vanaprastha ashram, or sannyasa ashram, one must always realize the all-pervading presence of the Supreme Lord. For in this way, it is possible to understand the absolute truth. Hare Krishna.
Right. Right.
वानप्रस्थस्य वक्ष्यामि नियमान् मुनि सम्मतान् यान् स्थाय मुनिर्गच्छेत् दृशिलोका मुहाञ्जसा. O King, I shall now describe the qualification for a Vanaprastha, one who has retired from family life. By rigidly following the rules and regulations for the Vanaprastha, one can easily be elevated to the upper planetary system known as Maharlok. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah? So Narad Muni is talking to whom?
Yudhishthira.
Yudhishthira Maharaj.
Yudhishthira Maharaj is still, right? And he's describing all these like sannyasa ashram, brahmachari ashram, right? So this is the Vanprastha. Actually, even today, right, like in Tamil Nadu and like higher class Brahmins, they still have that, like after, a certain age, they leave Grihastha ashram and they follow the Vanprastha ashram. What is being mentioned here is one can easily be elevated to the upper planetary system known as Mahalok. So we have the Bhulok, we are on the Prithvi Lok, right? There are 7 loks above us, and like Janlok, Taplok, Mahalok, like that, yeah? Bhur, Bhuashva, Swaha, then Janlok, Taplok, Mahalok, and Brahmalok, yeah? Satyalok. So one of the higher planets means longer age, duration, no disease, right? But still there is a birth and death, but in a long cycle, right? So following those, somebody can be elevated to upper lok is what is being mentioned here. Ajay?
Nakrishta Pachimam Shriyad Krishtam Chapikalataha Agnipakvamathamam Va Arkap Vamutaharit. A person in Vanprastha life should not eat grains grown by tilling of the fields. He should also not eat grains that have grown without tilling of the field, but are not fully ripe. Nor should a Vanprastha eat grains cooked in fire. Indeed, he should eat only fruit ripened by the sunshine. Hare Krishna.
Nisha?
Varneshcharu Purodashan Nirvapet Kala Choditan Labde Nave Nadhe Puranam Cha Parityajit. A Vanprastha should prepare cakes to be offered in sacrifice from fruits and grains grown naturally in the forest. When he obtains some new grains, he should give up his old stock of grains. Hare Krishna.
Mayur?
Agnarthamev Sharan Mutjam Vadri Kandaram Shrayet Himva Yavgani Varsho Karta Pashtam Swayam. A Vanprastha should prepare a thatched cottage or take shelter of a cave in a mountain only to keep the sacred fire, but he should personally practice enduring snowfall, wind, fire, rain, and the shining of the sun. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so like all the austerities which are being described for a Vanprastha person, right? Chino? And Chino? Prem?
Kesharoman Kesho Roma Nakha Smashru Malani Jatido Dadhat Kamandal Vajiye Ne Dandvakal Lagni Parikshatan. The Vanprastha should wear matted locks of hair on his head and let his body hair, nails, and mustache grow. He should not cleanse his body of dirt. He should keep a water pot, deerskin, and rod, wear the bark of a tree as a covering, and use garments colored like fire. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Like, see, this is what, like, first of all, what is mentioned in this Kali Yuga, it's so difficult to follow all these different ashrams, right? So that's why the devotional service is mentioned, like as the highest level in the Kali Yuga, Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam Kevalam. So you do a devotional service, but all the characteristics are described here, right? So that's why sometimes we see some sadhus who are looking like this. They have so many hairs and all those things, like dictated by Shastra. Like if you are following a Vanprasth, this is how you should. Those are the symptoms, those are the characteristics. So that is why we should respect, even if we see someone like that, because they are actually following the Shastra to be in that position, because they don't want to be attached to anything. That's where the action is.
तरेद्वने द्वादश सावधान अष्टौ वा चतुरो मुनि द्वाव एकम वा यथा बुद्धिर न विपद्येत कृच्छ्रता. Being very thoughtful, a Vanprasth should remain in the forest for 12 years, 8 years, 4 years, 2 years, or at least 1 year. He should behave in such that he will not be disturbed or troubled by too much austerity. Hare Krishna.
Sachin?
यदा कल्पः स्वक्रियायां व्याधि वीर्यरयाथवा अन्वीक्षिक्यां वा विद्यायां कुर्यादनशनादिकम्. When, because of disease or old age, one is unable to perform his prescribed duties for advancement in spiritual consciousness or study of the Vedas, he should practice fasting, not taking any food. Hare Krishna.
आत्मन्यग्निन समारोप्य सन्न्यस्याहं ममात्मतां कारणेषु न्यसेत सम्यक्सङ्घातं तु यथार्हतः. He should properly place the fire element in his own self, and in this way give up bodily affinity, by which one thinks the body to be one's self or one's own. One should gradually merge in the material body into the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and sky. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so one should gradually merge is what is being mentioned. Let's do one more shlok. Anilji?
Hekhani vayo nichva sanstejaha chushmanamatmavan apasva sravakrakashlesham puyan krito shesham yatho bhavam. A sober, self-realized person who has full knowledge should measure the various parts of the body in their original sources. The holes in the body are caused by the sky. The process of breathing is caused by the air. The heat of the body is caused by fire and semen. Blood and mucus are caused by water. The hard substances like skin, muscle, bone are caused by earth. In this way, all the constituents of the body are caused by various elements, and they should be merged again into those elements. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so as we know, like those Panchatattva, right? Water, Agni, Prithvi, Akash, right? And Prithvi, Akash, Agni, Jal, and Vayu, right? Those are the different things, and different parts of the bodies are associated with different elements. And as a Vanprastha, at the end of the life, should get again merges into those elements. Right? Let's just read the purport, Tarun.
To be self-realized, one must understand the original sources of the various elements of the body. The body is a combination of skin, bone, muscle, blood, semen, urine, stool, heat, breath, and so on, which all come from earth, water, fire, air, and sky. One must be well conversant with the sources of all the bodily constituents. Then one becomes a self-realized person, or Atmavan, one who knows the self. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. All right, so this is how Narad Muni continues to describe and give response to Yudhishthira Maharaj's question about different ashrams, different dharmas. Right, we'll continue reading this. I'll pause here right now. And in the last few chapters, we have been reading about Prahlad Maharaj, right? How Prahlad Maharaj does the prayers and the devotional services. What is the most important thing in Kali Yuga, right? And especially for the Grihastha ashrams and people like us, we cannot follow those austerities in today's world. The devotional service is what is the most important part. And that's what we are going to listen to. Like how did Prahlad Maharaj did the prayers to Lord Narsingh Bhagwan. So we have done 1/3 of it. We'll do the another 1/3 today, and then the remaining 1/3. Today is Wednesday, so we'll have to do it next week. Yeah. But let's hear the next 6 to 7 minutes, and then we'll. So see.
सत्त्वं हि नित्यविजितात्मगुणस्वधाम्ना कालो वशीकृतविसृज्य विसर्गशक्तिः चक्रे विसृष्टमजयेश्वर षोडशारे निष्पीड्यमानमुपकर्ष विभो प्रपन्नम् दृष्टा मया दिवि विभोऽखिलधिष्ण्यपाणा आयुश्रियो विभव इच्छति याञ्जनोऽयम् येऽस्मत्पितुः कुपितः स विजृम्भितभ्रू विस्फुर्जितेन लुलिता सतु निष्पीड्यमानमुपकर्ष विभो प्रपन्नम् दृष्टा मया दिवि विभोऽखिलधिष्ण्यपाणा आयुश्रियो विभव इच्छति याञ्जनोऽयम् येऽस्मत्पितुः कुपितः स विजृम्भितभ्रू विस्फुर्जितेन लुलिता सतुते निरस्त तस्मादमुस्तनुभृताम् अहमाशिषोज्ञ आयुश्रियं विभवमैन्द्रियमाविरिञ्च्य नेच्छामि ते विलुलितानुरुविक्रमेण कालात्मनोपनय मां निजभृत्यपार्श्वम् कुत्राशिषश्रुतिसुखा मृगतृष्णिरूपा क्वेदं कलेवरमशेषरुजां विरोहः निर्विद्यते न तु जनो यदपीति विद्वान् कामानलं मधुलवैषमयन् दुरापै क्वाहं रजप्रभव ईशतमोऽधिकेऽस्मिन् जातः सुरेतरकुले क्वतवानुकम्पा न ब्रह्मणो न तु भवस्य न वैरमाया यन्मेऽर्पितः शिरसि पद्मकरप्रसादः नैषा परावरमतिर्भवतो ननु स्यात् जन्तोर्यथात्मसुहृदो जगतस्तथापि संसेवया सुरतरोरिव ते प्रसादः सेवानुरूपमुदयो न परावरत्वम् एवं जनं निपतितं प्रभवाहि कूपे कामाभिकाममनुय प्रपतन् प्रसङ्गा कृत्वात्मसात् सुरशिणा भगवन् गृहीतः सोऽहं कथं नु विसृजे तव भृत्यसेवाम् मत्प्राणरक्षणमनन्तपितुर्वधश्च मन्ये स्वभृत्य ऋषिवाक्यमृतं विधातुम् खड्गं प्रगृह्य यदवोचदसद्विदित्सु त्वामीश्वरो मदपरो वतुकं हरामि एकस्त्वमेव जगदेतममुष्य यत्त्वम् आद्यन्तयो पृथगवश्यसि श्रुत्वा गुणव्यतिकरं निजमाययेदम् नानेव तैरवसितस्तदनुप्रविष्टः त्वं वा इदं सदसदीश भवांस्ततोऽन्यो माया यदात्मपरबुद्धिरियं ह्यपार्था यद्यस्य जन्मनिधनं स्थितिरीक्षणं च तद्वैतदेव वसुकालवदष्टितर्वो न्यस्येदमात्मनि जगद्विलयाम्बुमध्ये शेषेत्मना निजसुखानुभवो निरीहः योगेन मीलितदृगात्मनि पीठनिद्रा तुर्ये स्थितो न तु तमो न गुणांश्च युङ्क्षे तस्यैव ते वपुरिदं निजकालशक्त्या सञ्चोदितप्रकृतिधर्मण आत्मगूढम् अम्भस्यनन्तशयनाद्विरमत्समाधे नाभेरभूत्स्वकणिकावतवन्महाब्जम् तत्सम्भवः कविरतोऽन्यदपश्यमानस् त्वां बीजमात्मनि ततं स बहिर्विचिन्त्य नाविन्ददब्धशतमप्सु निमज्जमानो जातेऽङ्कुरे कथमुहोपलभेत बीजम् सत्त्वात्मयोनिरतिविस्मित आश्रितोऽब्जम् कालेन तीव्रतपसा परिशुद्धभावः त्वामात्मनीश भुवि गन्धमिवाति सूक्ष्मम् भूतेन्द्रियाशयमये विततं ददर्श एवं सहस्रवदनां ऋषिरः करोरु नासाद्यकर्णनयनाभरणायुधाद्यम् मायामयं सदुपलक्षितसन्निवेशम् दृष्ट्वा महापुरुषमापमुढं विरिञ्चः
Hey Krishna. Yeah, so this is like Prahlad Maharaj's prayers, right? And we'll continue hearing it next week also. I hope you are able to read it through, right? But at least listen it. And as we read in previous adhyayas, right? Listening to Prahlad Maharaj's devotional service and his prayers, really enhances our spiritual consciousness. And I think that's why it's nice to hear the whole Prahlad Maharaj's prayers. It's almost 25 minutes, so we'll just break it and keep hearing the next couple of days. Still, it's Wednesday, so again, long weekend. Time flies. So have a nice long weekend. Enjoy. I'll see you back on Monday, 9:30 p.m. Yeah?
Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.